If you had to choose just one ETF to build long-term wealth over the next 10, 20, or even 30 years, would you pick VOO or QQQ? This question isn't just about performance. It's about the future of markets, technology, diversification, risk, and how global money will flow in the decades ahead. In this video, we are doing a deep, long-form breakdown of VOO versus QQQ, not just based on past returns, but on where the world is going. By the end of this video, you'll understand how VOO and QQQ are fundamentally different, why their future performance could diverge dramatically, which ETF makes more sense for different types of investors, how to use both together strategically. This is not hype. This is long-term thinking. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's talk about the future of ETFs. Hello viewers, if you are enjoying this content, and you do not want to miss future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration, hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us, and remember to comment and share. What is VOO? VOO is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. It tracks the S&P 500 index, which represents 500 of the largest publicly traded companies in the United States. When you buy VOO, you're buying Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, and hundreds more. Why the S&P 500 matters? The S&P 500 is not just an index. It is the backbone of global capitalism. If the U.S. economy grows, the S&P 500 grows. If American companies innovate, expand, and dominate globally, the S&P 500 captures that growth. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 10% annually over the long term. That includes wars, recessions, inflation, pandemics, financial crises. VOO is designed to be broad, stable, low-cost, long-term focused. VOO's key strengths: massive diversification across sectors, extremely low expense ratio, automatic rebalancing as companies rise and fall, strong dividend growth over time. VOO is not exciting. It is reliable. And reliability compounds. What is QQQ? QQQ is the Invesco QQQ Trust. It tracks the Nasdaq 100 index, which includes the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on the Nasdaq exchange. This ETF is heavily tilted toward technology, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, semiconductors, consumer platforms. Top holdings include Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Tesla. Why QQQ is different? QQQ is not diversified in the traditional sense. It is concentrated, growth-oriented, and volatile. When technology leads the market, QQQ explodes higher. When tech crashes, QQQ falls harder. Historically, QQQ has outperformed the S&P 500 in strong growth cycles, underperformed during major market drawdowns. QQQ represents innovation at scale. It's a bet that technology continues to reshape the global economy faster than any other sector. VOO versus QQQ, core differences. Let's break this down clearly. Diversification: VOO owns 500 companies across all sectors. QQQ owns 100 companies, mostly tech-focused. VOO spreads risk. QQQ concentrates it. Volatility: VOO moves slower. QQQ swings harder in both directions. Dividend profile: VOO provides a modest but growing dividend. QQQ's dividend is smaller and less predictable. Risk profile: VOO is ideal for conservative and moderate investors. QQQ is best for investors who can handle volatility. Long-term role: VOO is a foundation ETF. QQQ is a growth accelerator. The future of the global economy. To understand the future of VOO versus QQQ, we need to understand where the world is going. Key global trends: artificial intelligence adoption, automation and robotics, cloud infrastructure expansion, digital payments and platforms, energy transition, aging populations. Technology is no longer a sector. It is the infrastructure of the modern economy. This favors QQQ. But here's the catch. As technology companies mature, they become S&P 500 companies. Which means VOO captures them too. Can QQQ keep outperforming? This is the most important question. Historically, QQQ has delivered incredible returns. But outperformance creates concentration risk. The top 10 holdings now make up a massive portion of QQQ. If even a few of them stumble, returns can flatten. Meanwhile, VOO constantly reshuffles winners and losers. New companies rise. Old ones fade. VOO doesn't need to predict the future. It absorbs it. The case for VOO in the next 20 years. VOO benefits from U.S. economic dominance, corporate profit growth, innovation across multiple sectors, dividend reinvestment. It is not about beating QQQ every year. It is about never missing the next winner. VOO thrives when leadership changes. And leadership always changes. The case for QQQ in the next 20 years. QQQ thrives when innovation accelerates, productivity increases, software replaces labor, AI scales globally. If technology continues to compound faster than the broader economy, QQQ will outperform. But the ride will not be smooth. Investors must stay disciplined. VOO and QQQ together. This is where most investors get it wrong. You don't have to choose. A blended approach might look like 60% VOO, 40% QQQ, or 70% VOO, 30% QQQ. VOO provides stability. QQQ provides growth. Together, they balance risk and reward. The future of ETFs is not about picking one winner. It's about understanding what each ETF represents. VOO represents the strength of the U.S. economy. QQQ represents the speed of innovation. The smartest investors don't argue VOO versus QQQ. They ask how to use both. If you found value in this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe for more long-form investing content, and let me know in the comments. Are you Team VOO, Team QQQ, or both? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.